Good morning, dear patrons. I wanted to bring today to you a guided meditation that has been helping me lately to deal with the buildup of stress happening that I've noticed inside. Um, and I just been noticing like, oh yeah, just the common everyday things I was doing are not quite enough at the moment, and that an increase in a sense of powerlessness was happening, which was starting to numb and paralyze my sense of my ability to respond. That doesn't mean I am not able to respond. It just means that I was starting to feel like, ugh, like a heavy blanket that made it much harder for me to respond to the things that are building up and creating stress. And so I have a meditation today for you around that. But I want to give a little bit of context because just a background quote from Wendell Berry that will give some description that will, I think, help kind of fill in for your imagination the meditation that we're going to do. So, this quote is from a book that he wrote called The Unsettling of America. And in this, he talks about the energy economy of the created world. And the reason I would like to read this to you is because it talks about the healing system that creation is. And that when we as humans start to learn to bring our power with and participate with the healing system that creation already is, then it's not our power that has to cause the healing. The power of healing is in the system. And he talks of it as a wheel of life. And I want to describe this to you because he's talking about the soil. And in our meditation, I'd like to have kind of a fertile imagination for you of the soil. So here's the quote. In an energy economy appropriate to the use of biological energy, all bodies, plant and animal and human, are joined in a kind of energy community. They are not divided from each other by greedy individualistic efforts to produce and consume large quantities of energy, much less to store large quantities of it. They are indissolubly linked in complex patterns of energy exchange. They die into each other's life, live into each other's death. They do not consume in the sense of using up. They do not produce waste. What they take in, they change, but they change it always into a form necessary for its use by a living body of another kind. And the exchange goes on and on, round and round, the wheel of life rising out of the soil, descending into it through the bodies of creatures. The soil is the great connector of lives, the source and destination for all. It is the healer, restorer, and resurrector by which disease passes into health, age into youth, death into life. So I would like that you would just kind of hold that image and feeling of the verdancy of the soil, and that what we're going to be doing is we're going to empty our stress buckets. Research has proven that we actually do, like if we don't deal with our stress as we experience and as things happen, if we put it off and put it off, we do fill up our stress buckets. And if we're not emptying them regularly, then there is a day where the straw that breaks the camel's back causes our stress buckets to just let go and we spill our stress all over. And that usually is harmful to others and to environment. So this is a practice that helps us to empty our stress buckets. So I think I'll just lead you in it. the image that for me began this meditation and became a practice for me was water swirling down a tub, the drain of a tub. And so that is the prime example, but I want you to imagine your own, like, what does your stress bucket look like? The only thing that is needed in your stress bucket is that there needs to be a drain at the bottom of it, like a tub. So I think, here we go, let's try this practice. So go ahead and get comfortable in the place where you are. It is for your body's optimal ability to communicate and for the flow of energy and communication to work well. It's good to sit relaxed and straight, to have your feet on the floor, to let yourself feel the weight of your sitting into your pelvis. And just allow your spine to have a relaxed but straight, from the top of your head straight to your pelvis aspect. You can feel free to have your eyes open gently on something if that is helpful, or close your eyes for this meditation. So we're going to take a deep breath in, and as you take your breath in, I want you to feel, as the air is filling up your body, I want you to feel and imagine the stress in your stress bucket. Kind of let that feeling make you aware of what is in your stress bucket at this time. How full is your stress bucket? So go ahead and breathe in deeply and fill your lungs completely, and then hold for 5 seconds. And as you let the air out, imagine yourself pulling the plug at the bottom of your stress bucket. And as the air goes down in your body, feel the stress in your stress bucket leaking out. And it is leaking out into the dark mystery of the soil. We are going to, in this meditation, choose that our stress buckets are out on the yard, and we are draining them into the ground. Go ahead and take another deep breath in, and notice the change in your stress bucket from allowing the beginning of that draining. And as you breathe out slowly, just continue to let the stress drain out, and it goes into the soil. The soil knows what to do with it. As Wendell Berry said, the soil exchanges what would be considered waste into food for the future. It's either going to help you in the future, or it's going to help another creation being. So you can just let all of that stress drain out. And in this moment, listen to your body. Your body might say, I need more than just imagining this. So maybe you need to go for a walk or a bike ride. You may feel some energy and stress still held in your body after imagining the draining of your bucket. And so listen to what your body craves at this moment to help release that stress. There may still be some that needs to be integrated and released for your body to come to a deeper place of calm. So just notice that, and you can just notice that and then hold that and look for the opportunity that would do that for yourself. So once again, we're going to breathe in and just notice the lightness, the emptiness of your bucket. And notice that it's okay that it just goes into the mysterious dark that's underneath the bucket, and that a system that is bigger than you and that is for your good has received the stress and will use it like compost for the future to grow the new life that is wanting to come. Take one last breath in, let it out. And right now you might want to say a gratitude. I feel really grateful for the soil. I feel grateful that there is the system of creation that pursues the good of all created beings, that looks for the unity and integration of all things into their truest, completest selves. So let yourself give one last breath of gratitude, feeling the diminishment of stress within your system. You can open your eyes if you had them closed. And I thank you for being with me. I hope that this practice becomes a tool in your toolkit that is helpful for you. And when I put this up on Patreon, I will type out the quote so that it's in words, so that if you want to keep it to help, that would be great. That'd be fine. I think they're good words. So have a good day and take care and be well.